Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy coming back at you with another video. And today's video is going to be a little different than usual. I'm going to be talking about whether or not Texas Chainsaw Massacre requires any skill, and I want to have a little discussion about the longevity of this game. Before you click off and say what this guy talking about, I do believe the game requires some skill, but not very much of it. And before you start going crazy and calling me an idiot, let me explain why. I say this because the biggest skill in this game is learning the map. Beyond that, there isn't such a high skill ceiling that is gonna keep players on the game, especially more advanced players, on the game for a long period of time. Because once you've learned the maps, especially as a victim, all you have to do is simply go to the areas that have the items that you need to be able to escape. And since there's 3-4 different escape routes, and all those escape routes have multiple ways to get the items needed to escape with multiple entrances and exits, it just makes it kind of overwhelming. And there's no skill checks like in DBD, or at least some sort of version of it for the victim to have to do to be able to unlock something. They have a little mini game for the generator or for the fuse box, but that doesn't require much skill. It's pretty easy. You look at the door, all you have to do is turn the key to a certain area and that unlocks the door. Or you have to turn off the gen. You don't even have to hit a skill check or anything, you just kick it. And if you have a Connie on your team as a victim, you sit here and the killer has to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth because he has to constantly worry for the 1,000 of different places that you can escape from. He has to constantly worry about where you might be, so you can't even go on the prowl if you don't have a cook, especially. I just don't see the large, especially this is after almost probably about 200 games on this game. And I know there's people who have way more than I do. And I personally do not see the large skill gap that's gonna keep the longevity of this game going for a long period of time. And because it's only based on one movie, unless they're planning to include characters from other spaces in the game, then if it's just gonna be constantly Texas Chainsaw Massacre characters, which I don't mind, I love the game, then it's not gonna keep the game going for a long time. The reason DBD's been able to be out as long as it has is because of its guest characters. It keeps the game alive. It keeps the game going, and the fact that the game requires some, a decent amount of skill, and each character takes a very long period of time to be able to learn and be able to operate with them, because a lot of them play so vastly different, and there's a bigger punishment on the killer's side on the mistakes that he makes, and there's a bigger punishment on the side of the victim or the survivor side on the mistakes that they make. So you have to be very precise, and in order to become precise, you have to learn. You have to put in the hours, you have to put in a lot of work. I like that this game has a low barrier of entry, but a low barrier of entry shouldn't be maintained throughout the whole process. You should be able to enter easily and then progress your way up, and the ladder should be long. There should be a lot of steps to become very good. But if you want to just play the game, you can also do that. And that's what DBD can do, because there's also skill-based matchmaking in DBD. So if you're a newcomer, it's not going to put you against some guys who know everything, and you can have a relatively good time. And to me, that's currently what Texas Chainsaw Massacre lacks. I mean, it lacks a skill ceiling, and I'm fearful because I like the game so much for its longevity, especially with crossplay off. That turned a lot of people away. A lot of my friends aren't playing right now because they're on console. I'm on PC. You already can't play Xbox, the old Xbox with the new Xbox, so I can't play with them, and they're not playing the game anymore. I'm still playing it because I like it so much, and I do it for this channel. I do it, to provide content, but they don't want to play the game. Not because they dislike it, but because it's crossplay turned off. So you have crossplay turned off, you have a low barrier of entry, you have also a low ceiling. It's not even about a low barrier of entry, because that's good, but you also have a low ceiling. That doesn't spell well for the longevity of the game, and I'm very fearful of that, because I don't want to sit here and give this game away simply because nobody's playing it, and I've seen the new character that's about to come out. She doesn't look any different from what I've seen from the leaks. She doesn't look like she's going to take an immense amount of skill to play with. That's just how I see it. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe I'm just bugging, but if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm out. Peace. Alright guys, just real quick, I wanted to just say this before I completely end the video, I just want to say that I really do enjoy the game. I like it a lot, and I'm not trying to trash on the game. I want to continue to play it. I very much enjoy it. It's a very fun game, and I want to see it succeed. I wanted to see it go as long as Dead by Daylight. I want to see it go 9 years, 10 years if possible. But the current trajectory of the game is more like Friday the 13th than it is DVD. I don't see the trajectory going sky high. I don't really see that with this game. And that's the major problem. It's that I don't think in its current state, it can get better. It can get way better. But in its current state and the vision that I can see with this game, it currently does not have what I believe to be able to last the game with DVD. I see it on the same course at Friday the 13th. That's all I just wanted to say, guys. It's not me hating. Like I said, I love it. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe. I'm out. Peace once again.